Hello class, my name is Ruth and I'm your instructor for this financial accounting class, ACCT 261 from University of Alaska Fairbanks, summer 2016. Class, I wanted to give you a quick tour of Blackboard just so that you would know how to navigate around, how to find what you needed in order to succeed in this class. Right now you're looking at the assignment screen right here on this button. And this is our starting point for the class. You'll notice I've included a Start Here folder, and you'll find your welcome letter there, how to access your online quizzes. This should be the first place you click once you're in Blackboard. All right, just a quick overview of how the course is laid out. You'll notice next are the course objectives. By the end of the class, these are the things that I expect you to feel very comfortable with. Your first assignment is going to be to take a syllabus quiz. Where do you get the information? Over here in the syllabus and textbook button. If we click in there, you'll see really quickly. There's our required textbook. You can click here to get the syllabus. Here's some information about the proctored final, which is also in the syllabus, but I repeated it here just to make it stand out, but we can talk about that a little bit later. Let's go back over here to the Assignments tab. All right, this is a 6-week course. It's very, very quick, fast and furious actually. You'll notice that our work is laid out by week. You'll also notice that for each week we're going to be covering 2 chapters at a time, so it's a very rapid pace. Let's go ahead and click in week 1 and see what's in there. Once we're in week 1, you'll see I've separated the material out by chapter, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Once we click in each chapter, you'll find the learning objectives for that chapter. You'll find interactive presentations, Learn Smart homework, textbook homework, and your quiz. All right, let's go back up to the top and talk about these individually. By the end of chapter 1, these are the things that I expect you to be really comfortable with. This serves as a good measure for yourself. Once you've gone through the material, go back to these learning objectives and make sure you're comfortable, that you can answer what these assert. You know, can you describe 2 primary functions of financial accounting? Can you identify 3 fundamental business activities? So this is a good measure for self-assessment. All right, these interactive presentations are narrated slides basically. They are optional, but they're presented here to help you succeed in the course. So here's where our homework starts, with the Learn Smart homework. Let's click in here and take a look. This part's going to look a little bit different because you're seeing the instructor view. And let's go preview as a student. So your McGraw-Hill Connect includes a smart book, a smart textbook. Many of you purchased the physical textbook, and some of you just purchased the Connect Access. Either is fine. I personally like the textbook because I like writing in my books, but that's up to you.
You've answered all of the questions relevant to the topics you've read.
All right, so let's start here. How to use the Smart Book. We'll just hit the first slide. So the way this Smart Book works, you toggle between reading and practice, reading and practice. All right, so whether you're using your physical textbook or you're using the Smart Book, I would read first and then do some of the practice questions. In order to get credit for this homework, you must complete all of the practice questions here. All right? Doesn't matter if you read from your own textbook or if you read in the Smart textbook. Let's go look at what the Smart textbook looks like really quick. All right. You'll notice on the Smart textbook that some items are highlighted in yellow and some items are highlighted in green. The yellow items are those items that should be your focus. All right, these are the main thoughts, the main concepts that you need to master. Once you've read a section and answered questions about it, if you've mastered that section, the highlighting turns to green. This is your indicator that you can skim these sections because you've already answered enough questions correctly that the adaptive system believes that you've mastered this material. Okay. Do you have to read in the Smart Book? No, of course not. You can read in your physical textbook. That's just fine. But you do need to answer the questions using this practice section. All right, so how does this work? Very easy. Here's the question. Measuring business activities and reporting those measurements to external parties is the function of financial accounting or managerial accounting. We're going to click financial accounting because we know that's the right answer. And then here, you self-assess. Do I know the answer to this? I kind of think I might be right, I'm unsure, or I have no idea. If you're down in this section, I might click the read about this and it will take you to the textbook where you can find information on how to answer this question. Again, I would recommend that you read a section first and then answer questions to get the most benefit from it. We know we're right, so I'm going to say I know it, and it comes back and it tells me, yes, you're correct. I say okay, and then it takes me to the next question. All right, let's click up here to this table of contents, and you'll notice that here for every chapter, it gives us a progress bar, tells us how much of the assignment we have done, also includes the due date, and it tells us if we're on track or if we're late. So nobody be late. All right, let's go back to Blackboard. All right, so again, that was the Learn Smart homework. Homework in this class is made up of 2 components, each worth 10% of your final grade. Learn Smart was the first one that we just saw. Textbook homework is the next one. Same thing, this is McGraw-Hill Connect, and we can click on the homework. It takes us to McGraw-Hill Connect. In this case, I gave you 16 questions, and you just work through the questions. You can toggle this way, find each of the questions, or you can just complete one and right arrow over to the next question. Okay, let's go back to Blackboard. And again, for each chapter, there's going to be a quiz. You have 2 attempts at this quiz and we'll record your highest grade. That's the gist of it. Those are your requirements. Learn Smart is required, textbook homework is required, and quizzes are required. The interactive presentations are optional, and when you get through each chapter, I would self-assess and make sure you're comfortable with the learning objectives. Let's go back out to assignments. You'll notice that there's 1 folder for every week, and those 6 weeks fly by, so it's amazing how much you're going to be learning in the next 6 weeks. You'll be amazed. And at the very end is the proctored final comprehensive exam. So if you live in the Fairbanks area, you'll need to go to UAF e-learning in the Bunnell building to present your final proctored exam. The due date is July 6th at 5 p.m. because that's when they close. All of the class material is open on the first day of class. You're welcome to work ahead all that you want, just don't hand in anything late. All right, if you're outside of the Fairbanks area, you will need to make arrangements for a proctor, and you do that by contacting UAF, letting them know who you want to be your proctor, and they have specific guidelines about who can be a proctor. And then you must request this final comprehensive exam at least 2 weeks before the due dates. So make sure you get on that right at the beginning of class. All right. Because this is an online class, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves over here in the discussion board area. Let's click in there and take a quick look. So please make a video of yourself and post it in this section in the introductions. There's my introductory video. Okay, that way we can get to know each other. We go back out. We also have this section for homework questions. If you're getting stuck on something, something's not making sense, post your homework question here. Your classmates and I will try and steer you in the right direction. So if you're whizzing through the material and you're comfortable, take a moment to help out one of your classmates. Go look in here and see if you can point someone in the right direction. You know, when you teach, two people learn. So help each other out. I'll be monitoring this section, making sure that everybody gets their questions answered. Sometimes there are other types of questions that aren't really homework questions. You can post those here in the class management section. This fourth section is just a quick set of rules. Basically, be polite, be respectful when we're talking to each other on the boards in class, and we're all going to be fine. So take a quick look at those. All right, back over here, let's go look at the class calendar. This calendar lists all of the due dates. So for example, during week 1, I want you to study chapters 1 and 2, and I want you to study for the syllabus quiz. Over here at the beginning of week 2, I want you to study for chapters 3 and 4. And on Sunday night, notice that your syllabus quiz is due at 11:59 p.m. Excuse me. Notice also you have homework due, quizzes due for chapters 1 and 2, all on Sunday the 29th. Okay? And that's how we'll work. We'll study 2 chapters during the week, and then all of the work is due on Sunday night at 11:59 Alaska time. All right. So, where can you find the due dates for your assignments? On the class calendar, in your syllabus, and also on each of the individual assignments in the assignments section. The last thing I want to point out is that you have a number of student resources available in this button, plus you also have lots of tools and OIT support. So explore Blackboard, click around, get comfortable, and let's have a wonderful semester. Thanks, everyone.